Good morning, dear students. Welcome you all for PUC College. I would like to congratulate for choosing a best college in Kolar district. To begin your new step of your education, and I am Suchitra. I am from PUC College. Here I am handling business studies subject. We know that due to COVID-19 pandemic, the colleges are starting online classes. You must take the advantage of this opportunity. We started online classes to continue our study, and you should utilize the time to learn new subject of your education. And here it also maintains us to cover the syllabus and also to maintain the syllabus to cover. And I welcome you all to join the online classes and to see you soon in classes. Stay home, stay safe, and also stay active in online classes. Now let us move on to our subject business studies. So here business. So meaning of business. So here business means a person always engaged in some other activity. So here the business means a person always engage in some other activities. So here the some other activities means here whether it is a occupation or a profession. So here the some other activities means whether it is a occupation or professions. So everybody got the meaning of business. So here the business means a person is always engaging some other activity. So here the some other activities means occupation or a professions. So here the occupation means here the business always involved in the production, and business is always involved in the production and sale of goods and services. So here the business always engaged in the or involved in the production and sale of goods and services. Understand? So why here the persons are going to make a business means to earn a profit. Why they are going to start business means here their main objective is to earn a profit. So here the businessmen are always engaging or always involved in the production and sale of goods and services, and here their main objective is to earn a profit, and also here their main intention is to satisfy the needs of society. Here the businessman always satisfy the needs of a society is known as business. So here everybody know the meaning of business and why the businessmen are going to start a business. Understand? So here once again I am going to repeat this business meaning. So here the business means a person always engage in some other activity. So here the some other activities means occupation or a profession. So here the occupation or profession means here the business always involves in production and sale of goods and services. Here their main objective is to earn a profit, and also here their main intention is to satisfy the needs of a society. And here in this business studies, here the businessmen are going to make a new innovations and delivering of products. Understand? So here the businessmen are always involved in the new innovations and new delivery of goods and services. Got it? Now let us move on to our business studies syllabus introduction. So here the business studies syllabus introduction for first PUC commerce as broadly classified into two parts. Part A and Part B. Part B. So here in this Part A, here we are going to learn foundation of business. Foundation of business. And next in the Part B, here we are going to learn corporate, trade and finance. So here the business studies subject can be classified into two parts. Part A, here you are going to learn foundation of business, and in the Part B, here you are going to learn corporate, trade and finance. So in this foundation of business, here you are going to learn how to start a business and what are the forms of business organizations, and you are going to learn in this Part A. And in the Part B, here you are going to learn how to form a company and how to manage a finance, and you are going to know about a financial position of business organizations. So in this Part A, you will be having 6 chapters, and in this Part B, you will be having 5 chapters. So here in this Part A, you will be having 6 chapters. In this Part B, you are having 5 chapters. So now I am going to give small introduction about chapters. So your foundation of business in this Part A, here the first chapter is nature and purpose of business. So in this first Part A, here the first chapter is nature and purpose of business. So here in this chapter, here you are going to learn meaning of business, and also you are going to know whether the profession or a business is important or employment. Here you are going to learn the difference between a profession, employment and business. Understand? So first chapter here you are going to learn business meaning, trade meaning and commerce meaning, and as well as here you are going to know or differentiate between the business, profession and employment, and what are the nature, risk of business and causes of business risk, and all you are going to learn in this first chapter. And next one is second chapter is forms of business organization. Second chapter is forms of business organization. So here forms of business organization means here the business can be classified into different types. So like what are the different kinds of business organization means, in that first one is sole proprietorship. So if the sole proprietorship means here they are going to run the business with a single owner, that is called as sole proprietorship. And the next different kind of business organization is partnership. So if the partnership means 2 or more persons are agreed to share their business and agreed to share their profits and losses of business organization. In that this partnership firms, here you are going to learn types of partnership and types of partners, and also you are going to learn the advantages and disadvantages of starting a partnership firm. And also your next one is joint stock company. So you are going to learn here if you start a business means here they must have an artificial person. And next one is cooperative society. So here the cooperative societies means here the business, here the minimum 10 members have to start the business. So this is all about forms of business organization. And also one more thing is here the joint into families are also involved in business organization. So here only the head of the family Karta is going to handle his business organization or a family. So here you are going to learn the different forms of different kinds of business organization in a second chapter. And the next one in third chapter is private private, public, and global enterprises. Now, next third chapter is private and public and global enterprises. So, the private companies means here it is owned by individuals. Here the individual persons are going to own and manage. It is known as private companies. And the next one is public companies. So, here the public companies or enterprises means here it is owned and managed by government. So here public companies or public enterprises means it is owned and managed by government. And here the global enterprises. So here the global enterprises means here it is the Indian economies come across with the MNCs for the past 10 years. It is known as global enterprises. So here global enterprises, for example, MNCs and TNCs are international businesses. So here and the next one is here in this private companies here broadly classified into many types. So in the second chapter here we are going to learn kinds of or forms of business organization. In the first one is sole proprietorship, partnership, and cooperative societies, joint into families and companies. In that companies broadly classified into two private private companies and public companies. And the next one in this public companies here we are going to classify it into three types. So in that first one is departmental undertakings. Departmental undertakings. And the next type is statutory cooperations. Statutory cooperations. And the next third type is government companies. And the next third type is government companies. In upcoming classes, here we are going to learn what is departmental undertakings, statutory cooperations and government companies. And the next fourth chapter is business services. Okay. And now let's move on to the fourth chapter, that is business services. Fourth chapter, business services. So business services means here the services means they are separately identifiable and intangible. So here the intangible means here the services are can't see and touch. It is called as services. So here the services means here it is a separately identifiable. Separately identifiable and intangible, essentially intangible. So here the intangible means here the services can't see and touch is known as services. And next one is here the business services. So here the business services means here which are used by a business enterprises. So here the business services are used by business enterprises. Business enterprises are going to use this business services. What are the business services means? In their first one is banking, insurance, communication and transportation, and the last one is warehousing. commercial bank, and the next one is cooperative banks, and third one is specialized banks, and the last one is central banks. And the next topic is insurance. So the insurance means here we are going in life uncertainties will happen. For that uncertainties, here the insurance companies are going to pay some certainty is called as insurance. And the next in the insurance here we are going to classify it into many types. Like first one is life insurance and general insurance. In the general insurance here we are going to classify it into three types. In the first one is fire insurance, marine insurance, and the next one is other insurance. In that other insurances here we are going to include sports insurance, cattle insurance, and many other insurances. Here we are going to classify in the other insurance. And the next one is here in this insurance here we are going to apply many principles. In that principles here we are having 7 principles. Is known as insurance. Here we are going to learn many concepts in insurance. And the next one is communication. So here the communication means exchange of information from one person to another person through a mail or through a phone, etc. And the communication here we are going to classify into 2 types. In the first one is postal services, means here we are going to exchange our information through mails or any letters. And the next one is telecommunication services. And in this telecommunication services, here we are going to exchange our information through a VSAT or satellite users. Through a satellite users, here we are going to exchange our information in telecommunication services. And the next one is transportation. So the transportation means here we are going to transfer or here we are going to shift our goods from one place to another place through a transport like rail, lorry or any other transportations. And the last one is warehousing. So here the warehousing means here we are going to store our goods in a systematic and scientific manner to maintain its original quality is known as warehousing. So in that warehousing here we are going to classify it into many types. Understand? So these are about 3rd chapter introduction. Fourth chapter introduction. And now let's move on to 5th chapter. Next 5th chapter is emerging modes of business. Emerging modes of business. So the emerging modes of business means here we are. Next 5th chapter is emerging modes of business. So the modes of business means here they are going to classify into many types. In the first one is B2B business. So the B2B business means here they are going to exchange and goods and services through business to business is called as B2B business. So it is one of the mode of business, emerging modes of business. And the next one is B2C business. So the B2C business means here the business to customer or consumer. So the B2C business means here they are going to exchange their goods and services through business to a customer. And the next one is customer to customer or consumer. So the customer to customer business means here the customers are only exchange their goods and services from one customer to another customer. For example, OLX. Here they are going to consume their goods. That goods are exchanged between a customers is called as consumer to consumer or a customer to customer business. And the next one is intra-B business. So these are the emerging modes of business. So here in this chapter here you are going to learn scope of businesses. And next one is, and also you are going to learn online transaction of business. So nowadays here you are going to make many online transactions in Flipkart or any Amazon. So here you are going to buy a goods is known as emerging modes of business. So in this chapter here you are going to briefly know about the modes of business. Now let's move on to the 6th chapter. let's move on to the sixth chapter, that is social responsibility. Social responsibility of business and business ethics. So the social responsibility means here the businessman have to maintain, or here he have to know the values and values of society, and that here he must maintain values of society. That means he should behave neatly and he should give respect to norms. Is called as social responsibility. And the next one is business ethics. So here business ethics means here the businessman have to maintain some morals. Is known as business ethics. So these are the 6 chapters included in part A. It is foundation of a business. And then our next one is part B. Now let's move on to the part B. Here you are having 5 chapters with the continuation of part A. With the continuation of part A, here we are going to continue with chapter number 7. So in chapter number 7, here you are going to learn formation of a company. Formation of a company. So here formation of a company means here how we are going to form a company. So here how we are going to form a company means here the businessmen are going to involve a legal formalities and procedures to complete a formation of a company. So who is going to start a company means here the promoter. So the promoter is going to start a company. So you are going to know the who is promoter. So who is promoter means a promoter is a person who invests money into a business. So the promoter is a person who invests money into a business to form a company, is known as promoter. So a promoter, here you are going to learn the many functions of promoter. What are the functions here you have to make to form a company? And the next one, here the promoter must submit many documents. What are the documents required to be submitted to form a company? And all here you are going to learn in this chapter number 7, formation of a company. And the next chapter is 8th chapter, that is sources of business finance. So here the sources of business finance. So if you want to start the business means here we need money. So here finance, money or finance, it is a lifeblood of business. So here the finance is called as lifeblood of business. Without money or without finance, we are not able to run our business successfully. Here the sources of business finance means here what are the requirements of funds that we should be carried out in many other activities is called as business finance. So the sources of business finance, here you are going to learn what are the kinds of sources of business that should be learned in this chapter. Now let's move on to the 9th chapter, that is small business. That is small business. So what are small business means here? The small business are held in village industries, and as well as small industries. Here the village industries and small industries, here they are going to make their business traditional and as well as modern industries. So here the small business or small business, here we are going to classify it into the 2 types. In that first one is manufacturing and next one is services. Manufacturing, small businesses and services. So in this chapter, here you are going to learn meaning, introduction, meaning, and nature of small businesses, and what are the kinds of small businesses. That and all you are going to learn in this 9th chapter. And now let's move on to the 10th chapter, that is internal trade. That is internal trade. So your trade means buying and selling of goods and services for the motive of profit. So here the main objective is to run a business is to earn profit. So the trade means buying and selling of goods and services for the objective of earning profit. So here the internal trade means buying and selling of goods and services within the boundaries of a country is known as internal trade. So here the internal trade can be broadly classified into the two types. In that first one is wholesale trade. And the next one is retail trade. So the wholesale trade means a buying and selling of goods and services in a large quantities is called as wholesale trade, and the next one is retail trade. So the retail trade means buying and selling of goods and services in a small quantities is called as retail trade. So here the wholesale traders are going to give some services to a retailers, and as well as here the retailers are going to provide some services to a wholesalers and as well as a customer. So in this internal trade area, you are going to learn many things. And the next one is 11th chapter. Now let's move on to the 11th chapter. 11th chapter. International business. International business 1 and 2. So in this chapter here you are going to learn the international business institutions and other international financial institutions, and also here you are going to know how the export and import procedures are going to done. So these are the syllabus pattern or introduction of first PU business studies. So in part A, here you are going to learn foundation of a business, and in this part B, corporate, trade and finance, how we are going to form a companies. Now we are going to discuss about a question paper pattern of first PU business studies examination. So in this question paper pattern, in first main, here you are having section A. Here it is called as section A. In this section A, you will get each question carries 1 mark, and totally here you are having 12 questions. Totally you are having 12 questions. In this 12 question here you need to answer 10 questions. Here you need to answer 10 questions. Each question carries 1 marks. Each question carries 1 marks. And the next one is section B. Section B. So in this section B, here you are going to get 2 mark questions. Here you are you are having 12 questions. 12 questions. In this 12 question here you need to answer any 10 questions. Any 10 questions. Here each question carries 2 marks. So each question carries 2 marks. 10 into 2, 20 marks you will get. And the next one is section C questions. So your section C. Section C. You will be having 4-mark questions. Your total questions here you are having 10 questions. In this 10 questions, here you have to write any 7 questions. Here you need to write any 7. Here you need to answer. You need to answer any 7 questions. Here each question carries 4 marks. Each question carries 4 marks. Here you get 28 marks. And the next one is section D. And the next one is section D. So in this section D, here you are going to get 8-mark questions. So in this 8-mark questions, totally you are having 6 questions. Totally you are having 6 questions. In that 6 question here, we need to answer any 4 questions. Any 4 questions. So here each question carries 8 marks. So each question carries 8 marks. And the last section is section D. Here it involves or it gets practical oriented questions. So in this section E questions, here you are having 3 questions. Totally you are having 3 questions. Here each question carries 5 marks. Each question carries 5 marks. So here you need to answer 2 questions. So here you need to answer 2 questions. 5 into 10. 5 into 2, 10 marks. You will get 10 marks. So in totally here you have to write 100 marks question and answers. Once again I am going to repeat question paper pattern. So in section A, here the question paper pattern, here the question paper can be divided into 5 parts. So in the first one is section A. In this section A, you will be having 12 questions. Totally you are having 12 questions. Here in that you need to answer any 10 questions. So here each question carries 1 mark. So here 10 into 1, 10 marks you will be get. And the next one is section B. So in this section B, you are having 12 questions. Totally you are having 12 questions. So here each question carries 2 marks, and here you have to attend any 10 questions. So here you have to attend any 10 questions. Here each 10 questions carries 2 marks. Total you will get 20 marks. And the next one is section C. So in this section C, here you will be having 4-mark questions. Totally you are having 10 questions. Totally you are having 10 questions. In that 10 questions, here you need to answer any 7 questions. Here you need to answer any 7 questions. Each question carries 4 marks. So here 7 into 4, 28 marks you will get in section C. And the next one is section D. So in this section D, here the total questions you are having 6 questions. Here each question carries 8 marks. So each question carries 8 marks. In this 6 questions, you need to answer any 4 questions. Here you need to answer any 4 questions. Here 4 into 8 is equal to 32 marks. So in this section D, you will get 32 marks. And the last section is section E. So here this section E is practical oriented questions. So here practical oriented questions you will be having in this section E. So total you are having 3 questions. Total you are having 3 questions. In these 3 questions here you need to answer any 2 questions. Here each question carries 5 marks. Here in this section D, you will get 5 marks. Each question carries 5 marks. You need to answer any 2 questions. So here 2 into 5, 10. So here in this section D, you will get 10 marks. Total you need to attend is 100 marks.
Very good. 34 minutes ಆಗೋಯ್ತು.
Next ಇಂಕೋ 40 minutes
ಆಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತು ಬಿಡವ.
So in this session you have like meaning of business studies, and also you know about introduction of business studies syllabus, and as well as you know the question paper pattern of business studies examination. And thank you for listening me, and also here I am thankful